Yes, hi everyone. Good evening. Today we are going to discuss about GA4. This is session 4. Today we are going to discuss more about custom report with Data Studio. Okay, now in this today's topic we are going to add one more pointers, which is Data Studio, which makes your report easier. So, guys, today we have not two guys, three guys. Sailesh, then one new person's also joined to take this part. Abdul Khalid and Jayesh Notial, and myself Nirlep Patel. So today we are going to discuss about custom reports. So in last sessions we discussed about how to make custom report. Reports is everything, you do your regular day-to-day activities in terms of SEO, AdWords, social media, many things you do in day-to-day life. So basically our the goal is to achieve traffic, organic traffic, or whether paid traffic, referral traffic, or any other traffic. Finally, we don't know how this the users are behave in in website. The goal is how many people inquire through the websites and many other stuff. Basically all these things we can see on Google Analytic. And we as we have a two part of analytic. One is the universal and one this GA4. And we have already given top 3 sessions where you get a more idea about how GA4 works. After all, we get a huge numbers of data, but how to use that data is important. Okay, so guys, today's session is all about to how to make the report for your purpose as well as the client purpose. Then how to utilize that report, how to see that report. We are going in depth on that. So guys, let's take a look. So now the first sessions I would hand over to Jayesh. So Jayesh is going to tell you a few ideas about GA4 custom reports. But before that, in last sessions we ask few questions. Before generating report, you ask some questions to yourself, what exactly data you want. Okay, because if you don't know what exactly you want, for example, if you are part of SEO activity, so in organic also there are multiple types of data. The data you want from your targeted locations, or if you data you want from particular that male female categories, particular age wise, what exactly data you want, because you know your customer, you know your client customers. Okay, or if you are a client, then what's your customer is. Okay, so first ask a few questions, top 10 questions. Then based on that top 10 questions, it's easier to make your own report, because report there is no particular types of reports. Because today we are going to show you reports. It's a one majorly used report, okay, where you can find it out each and every client use this sort of data. But if you are a very niche segments, or if you are in particular segment, definitely you can make your own custom report. Okay, so ask first questions to yourself, list it down, and then you can start making your report. So Jess, it's your turn to show more about GA4 custom reports.
Thank you, sir, for the introduction. First, let's get started. In past sessions, we have tracked some events. We have used other platforms such as WordPress and Shopify. We have collected all those data in our GA4 Google Analytics 4. Now, with all that data, what's left now is to reflect that data into a presentation. That presentation in Google Analytics and Google Analytics 4 is called as reports. Sometimes there are template reports in Google Analytics and Google Analytics 4. Sometimes if one wants to create their own custom reports to show their client or for themselves to analyze their traffic in more deeper manner, they can use these custom reports. So now let's get started. As I was saying, we have collected all those data in our past sessions. Now let's make use of those data. We can use those data into a representation, which is also known as reports. In UA and GA4, there are reports and custom reports. Reports are some templates that are offered by Google, which we can use for an easy representation. And if someone wants an in-depth representation of their analytic data, they can use these custom reports. So the pointers that we are gonna follow today are reports, 5 key elements of custom reports, types of reports, real-time reports, and then Google Data Studio, which will be taken by Abdul Khalid. Now let's start with reports. Now coming to reports, like in Google Analytics, there is a section called reports in which one can see real-time audience, acquisition, behavior, and conversions. This has changed in Google Analytics 4. In Google Analytics 4, you can see there's a report snapshot. After that, followed by that, it's real-time reports. So like these are the basic parameters in reports which one can use to collect their data. That is SEO health, backlink health, ranking progress. These are the important factors, as well as organic traffic, sales lead, and traffic, which might be paid, organic, referral, social, and direct. Using these, we can analyze what kind of traffic, what rankings we are getting. So if we need some improvement, we can like use these parameters to help gain more ranking. Now jumping into 5 key element of custom reports, there are user, session, hits, and metrics. Okay, there is user, session, hits, metrics, and dimension. If one goes physically to Google Analytics, there are dimensions such as audience, like behavior, and if one wants to generate like a report using these dimensions, we can use metrics to gain more in-depth data.
So is this the 5 key elements, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So user, sessions, hits, metrics, dimensions, those are the key elements.
Key elements of
Okay.
custom reports.
Okay.
Okay. Now there are different types of reports based on different types of platforms, such as if one is doing social media, if other one is doing Google ads, and in our SEO as well, we use different types of report. There's a real-time report, acquisition reports, user engagement reports, monetization reports, retention reports, followed by demographics, text, games, and Firebase. Apart from these, like there's one more called as e-commerce reports, in which one can gain what kind of leads, what kind of products were purchased in a deeper manner. So rather than going through all those reports, I'll give you a short idea about what real-time reports is. Like if one has visited your website, there is a section in real-time reports where you can see live customer or user. This feature might not be that much of useful for small businesses, but big business like Amazon, these kind of business, one can make a greater use of real-time reports, as they can monitor the user behavior, their funnel behavior, and acquisitions that were performed. Okay. Now after this, like Sailesh is going to show you how to make custom reports. Okay, Sailesh.
Thank you, Jayesh, for such a wonderful explanation about the reports and everything. So we'll just go through GA4 analytics to see what we can actually do with the reporting things. So as you can see here, we have UA, that is the old one, Google Analytics, and this is the GA4 that we are having. So here we have two sections for reporting, that is one is report snapshot and one is the real-time reporting that we can go through. So we'll just start with report snapshots. All you need to do is, like, this pencil up icon is used for customizing your reports. Whatever you need, you can add from here. Those cards are basically present over here. You can import those cards, or basically you can say you can add them in it. So as you can see at the bottom, there is add cards option. So you can go through this card section and you can add in all the cards, and there is a limitation of 3 cards over here that you can customize, or else you can remove the previous ones and you can add as per your convenience whatever you require. So like you can add over here users by age, whatever age group you want to target, you can use that, gender, language, city, and users by first medium, like what was the first hit where we get. Then product revenue by product IDs. If you are having an e-commerce website and you have multiple products that you want to get details about, so you can get that also. And going down, there are several more options like by users, interest, device models, browser. You can check all the various options that we are getting into that. And there are other cards. These are broad aspects like lifetime value of a user. This would be based upon the users. Like earlier we explained, every user is going to get a unique ID. So based on that lifetime value of a user, we can get over here. Then there is conversion by default, channeling, grouping, whatever you have marked as you have created events in conversion. On the basis of that you can add. And if in case you want to target a specific country, then you can go on and add your country. On the basis of that you can select country. For that country you have various dimension over here for that also. So these are the basic parameters over here that we can use, and you can add cards on the basis of that. All you need to do is select some of the cards that you need as per your convenience and just add them, and then those cards will be visible at the bottom of the report snapshot panel that we have over here. Here we get those new things added at the bottom, and then whatever you want you can go ahead and save. Sometimes you can get error over here, and sometimes it gets saved automatically. Since this is a beta kind of, means it is in progress, they are developing GA4, it is not concrete like this is the final stage they have for this. So there can be errors, there can be some issues. You might get internal server error while saving this, so no need to panic. Those are, you have created it properly, but you won't get it because this is still in testing phase. This thing's reporting and everything is not done properly yet. So as you can see here, we are receiving this internal error again. So there's no need to panic. Your report gets added, it is just you are not able to save at this moment. And the next thing that is there, that would be the real-time things. You can make additions to the real-time tab as well as per your convenience. So you can get, these are the basic cards that are available over here by default. And then as per your convenience, again you can go ahead and add comparisons over here. Here it is like you're comparing one value with the different values. This is basically like comparison thing. You can add cards, you will get proper data for each things you want, but it would be shown as if it is like a comparison for different things over here. So there are various dimensions over here, like you can get AHCD, those, it is same as the cards, but here you will get a comparison between two things. So you can add up to 5 comparisons over here. You can add various dimensions into it. Select dimensions again, like I'm selecting all users over here, then I add a new condition to it. So this is like in this we need to make a note of it, that this is as we have seen in maths, like AND operator, like if both the cards are comparative to each other and if those have values to it, then only you will get the data reflected into your real-time cards. Otherwise you won't get the data. No need to panic about that. Like and 1 is 1, it's same like that. Mathematical operation is used at the back end. So if both the things have value into it, then only you will get the output over here. Otherwise there's a probability that you won't get output out of it. So we have just added for time being. So these are proper, so we got an output out of it. Otherwise you would have got a pop-up at this place and it would be highlighted as red that these parameters are not properly added. So this is it for the real-time and report snapshot. We'll just go back to the other parameters and Jayesh will be guiding you for the same.
Okay guys, so now we are jump into, thanks Shailesh, like you have given valuable ideas in terms of how do we create a reports. Is technically it sounds really good. So now this reports to be like enhance in one step ahead. Okay, because whatever the reports you are generating on GA4, and if you are handling multiple accounts, or if you are a client and you need a day-to-day basis reports and reports to be generated automatically, you can find it out, you can get it pop-up notifications through emails or something like this. So it can become easier. Okay, so for that Google introduced Data Studio, because we use not just analytic, we use Google Webmaster, we use many other properties like Google YouTube also give us insights, okay, about traffic and all. Then also we have Facebook, we have many other properties on Google properties. Google having multiple properties also. Apart from Google, there are multi other channels like Facebook and many other stuff. So how do we manage this? Okay, means every time going different websites, it's quite difficult for us. And for that, Google introduced Google Data Studio. So in this Data Studio, you can get all these data in one report, in one page. Okay, so that's become a very easiest things to generate reports. Okay, so today we have a very smart person who is always giving us a detailed insight. So I am asking Abdul Khalid to take these sessions in a level so everyone get a better understanding about the Data Studio. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for a wonderful introduction about me. Okay, so let's get started with the Google Data Studio. So Google Data Studio, it's a reporting. Okay, it's a reporting platform where you can generate a data. So I will just share you the index part. So what we're gonna cover is what is Google Data Studio, why do you need Google Data Studio, and the benefits of Google Data Studio. So let's jump to the what is Google Data Studio. So originally it was introduced in a beta version in 2016. Google Data Studio is a free data visualizing tool. What does visualizing tool? Visualizing tools means it will visualize the report that format that you want to like. Okay, so Google Data Studio syncs all your data and resources into one reporting experience, and it also enables the user to create informative and visual dashboards that are easy to interrupt and share and customize. So everybody over here are working regarding to many projects, like some are working on SEO, some are working on Google Ads. So everybody wants to share a report. Every clients, even the clients wants data insights. So the Google this application, the Google Data Studio, helps us out, and it's totally free. So why do you need a Google Data Studio? The reason is it gives you everything you don't need to turn your client's analytic data into an informational or easy to understand report through this data visualization. Second, its report are easy to read. Easily you can read the data and the reports. And the third one is the easy to share. You can easily share the reports via email or via any other software. Okay, then after that, the last one is even you can customize to each of your reports as per your client's expectations. Okay, and let's move on to the benefits. What are the benefits of the Google Data Studio? So the number one benefit, as I told you earlier, it's free to use. Okay, the second one is it's almost connect to all data sources like Google, Bing, Facebook, LinkedIn, and other third-party applications also. And the third pointer is it's fully customizable. The ability to change the report for your client's need. As I said earlier, you have that ability in Google Data Studio that you can change the report as per your client's requirement, as per your client's sector. Okay, and the next one is that it saves times. Each month pulling reports is a bit difficult for us to generate reports every month and share the reports with the clients. But with Google Data Studio, it's easy for us to get the report easily, and we can manage it, and we don't need to get stressed out with the reporting part. Okay, and the second last point is there are endless connectors available in Google's Data Studio. As I said about the connectors like Google, Bing, Facebook, then Google Search Console. You can connect Google Search Console. You can connect YouTube Analytics and many more. So I will share you that also. Okay, connecting data source, and the final one is the connecting data source is the key successful to your report builder. So once you connect the data sources, it's easy for you to get the data easily on your report, and you can generate it and you can share with your clients. So let's move on to the reporting part. So I will show you how to generate a report. Okay, even I have created a sample one. So first we can do a sample, okay, to how to generate. So this is the dashboard of Google Data Studio. So let's do the editing part. Okay, it's bit fun to do this thing. Okay, so if you're interested in doing this kind of stuff, then definitely you wanna rock this. Okay, so there are multiple options that we having file, we having edit, we having views, insert, page, arrange, resource, help, and many more. So these are the elements which we can use for creating a data. So number one thing is for Google Ads and Facebook's, visually they used to see a scorecard like how many links, how many clicks, how many leads we get. So for that, first you have to do the insert option over here, then go to the scorecard. There are multiple options. You can get the chart, you can get pie chart, multiple types of charts, then you can get the table or the maps, scorecard, charts, bullet charts, whatsoever, everything, the graph part is there, you can get it over here. So first we will go with the simple one, that is the score chart. Okay, this is the score chart. How does it look? Just drag and drop, you will get the score chart. Right hand side you will get a metric option where you can select the metrics, which metrics you want to show. So over here there are lots of metrics. So for me, I will go for the leads. So I will go for the clicks. Okay, so item links click, we can get this clicks, or else I can go for the views. So views, so this is the view part. Okay, then what will I do? Then after that I will just get over here, there is a rectangle over here, or this part you can get a rectangle thing.
Abdul,
Okay.
sorry to interrupt you. Here one question from the
Yes, sir.
team. Like how you connect this?
Okay.
How this data studio you connect?
Data Studio Connect. Okay, so this is the main dashboard. Okay, over here you have to just go with the blank report. Just having clicking on this blank report, there will be a pop-up, okay, of this report. So automatically the sources are get over here. So these are the multiple connectors. First is the Google Analytics, Google Ads, Sheets, BigQueries, File Upload, and many more. There are even third-party ads, so Facebook ads, okay, LinkedIn ads, Microsoft ads, Snapchat, everything we will get over here. Okay, so first we will go with the Google Analytics. Okay, so just click on the Analytics. Okay, we are having 3 accounts over here, so we will get with the GBM. Okay, we are having different multiple properties like we have universal property, GA4 property, testing, YouTube channels. So we will go with the GA4 property. Okay, over here just click on the GA4 on the right side on the bottom, just add it. So there will be a pop-up. Okay, this pop-up will come, just add to report. Okay, so this is how the basic reports displayed automatically. Just make it delete, we will create a separate one. Okay, for that, as I said earlier, you're having an insert option where you can get the scorecard whatsoever you wanted. Okay, so I will just click the scorecard. I will get the views, how many views I'm having. Okay, then I will get another scorecard. Just right click, make a copy, paste it, you will get it duplicate. Okay, so escape it, just change the metric, what metrics you're looking after. I will look after the age. Okay, the age, so we can get the age part also over here. Just right click again, copy it, okay, paste it, we'll get another one. You can change the metric over here. So where you can change, there are multiple metrics which you want, or else you can search it over here. So I will go for the conversion. Let's see, we are having conversions.
Abdul, one more question. Like,
Yes, sir.
From user, can you add your own metric or like the metric which already
Yes, we
there?
can add our own metric also over here.
No. My, the questions from the user is like, can you create your own metric? For example, the conversions, age, and views are there.
Okay.
Okay, can you make it? Is there from the list you
Yes,
have?
we
select,
have.
or you can
Yes,
make
yes,
it
we can.
Your own.
Yes, we can create a custom metric if you want. Okay. Okay, then let's move forward. So over here you can change like this. So this is the basic thing which I'm gonna let you know. So after that there are lots of other things over here, data control. So over here you can get the drop down list, or you can select the date ranger. Just click it. Over here you can select the date as per the date you want the data. For me, I just want for the last 7 days or 14 days whatsoever. I will just click it, apply, it will reflect. Okay, if I want to change the client, I want multiple clients option, we can get the data controller option over here. We can just get it over here, just get it, and you can get all the analytics access which we are having. So this is we having a PPC landing page, we having a GBIM. Okay, so
basically this is I guess a screen like you can see on Google Data Studio, and are you going to add your custom
Yes.
numbers
Numbers
or
and everything.
custom elements,
Elements.
the views, age, conversions.
yes, and we do have that option like the drop down option like you can select the date range, what date range you want for your information. Then we have the client option, you can connect
Is
the
there any
analytics.
templates available?
Yes, definitely sir, I already having one template, will share you.
Can you show the templates as well?
Yes sir. So these are the sample templates. If you are a bit creative, so you can make this kind of reports, which is very much attractive for the client part. Okay, the client will definitely get happy if you show this kind of insights. Okay, so this is the templates. That's it. So I will just pass on to the sir for the updates on the Google updates. Okay, thank you so much guys.
Thanks for let's start. I share my screen and I just give you some updates on this Google Core updates. So guys, I hope you see some sort of tweets from Google Search Center. Okay, so this is regularly we do see these sort of tweets. Every alternate days, a few updates are coming from Google's and we get retweets, and then after that we react on that. Okay, so कुछ November 17th November we received this sort of tweet, and after that every webmaster, okay, हर webmaster ने उसके ऊपर jump कर दिया होगा कि इसके बाद करना क्या है. Okay, so right now I'm using my two languages, English and Hindi also. I am going to mix on that, so that topic become more interesting. So guys, here the updates. Okay, updates, it's not new update. The core update, it's not a new update, it's very old, it's old updates. Okay, everyone knows about this updates, the core update. So Google is again repeating the same updates with the not new elements, but definitely with the more powerful signals. Okay, so not every websites, but the websites are providing a very good quality content, or the impressive content, and definitely the high chance to get on top positions. Okay, so let's talk more about the same. So about Google Core update, is this something new? Definitely, our Atma is confused. Okay, it's not a new update, it's definitely an old updates. Okay, so there is nothing wrong. What is the core updates, and about the re-accessing content. Okay, there is nothing wrong with the page that may perform less well in core update. They haven't violated our webmaster guidelines or not been subjected to manual or algorithmic actions, as this is the sort of things when the core updates is happen. So every webmaster sees something change in my website in terms of मैंने कुछ webmaster की guidelines को change कर दिया है. Okay, मतलब कुछ title में कुछ double triple कर दिया, मैंने keywords को बढ़ा दिया, stuffing कर दिया होगा, backlinks backlinks might be affected, or we have something spam backlinks or something happen, and webmaster started something researching on new things because website gone down. Normally ये होता है. Okay, everyone when something is down, so people immediately react on the technical parts. They are not thinking about the content. Okay, because here Google wants to say you are not doing anything wrong. Okay, means everything is perfect. Only thing is someone others doing better than you. That is the difference. Means you are not doing anything wrong. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to update our content. We have to make a content itself to giving a great ideas, informations to the users. Okay, that is what the core update is all about, right? Means content and quality. Now this seems very simple, quality content. It's sounds very simple. Quality content means what quality? Okay, mostly people are when we talk about quality, they just emphasize on the grammar and that words or sentence and that's okay, that's it. Otherwise they are not just stuffing the keywords or something like that. Okay, but they are not thinking about is there the ideas is copied from somewhere else, because ideas, it's everything. Okay, you have to generate a new ideas to make your own content. Okay, so let's more idea. फिर भी website down है तो okay, means I have a good content, means quality content, there is no English mistake, nothing. Okay, I means every webmasters feel like my content is great, फिर भी वेबसाइट डाउन है तो क्या हुई, तो क्या करूँ मैं, मतलब अच्छी थी अब डाउन हो गई कोर अपडेट के बाद, तो क्या. ओके भाई साहब कॉन्फिडेंस ही गिर जाता है, राइट. ओके दिस इज हैपन विथ एवरी वेब मास्टर. ओके सो हर टाइम पे अच्छा चाहिए अपन को, ये गूगल बोलता है. ओके दिस वर्ड स्पीक्स बाय गूगल. You know this content is created by me, okay, within 1 hour 2 hours. So like this is the things like you have to inspired with other but create your own. I don't want to talk any person's name, music director or someone who always not always but sometimes makes other songs and they make his own tadka and that's become a hit. Okay, so I don't want to take his or her name. But here like one example is best movie in 2015, means I'm not searching best movie in 2015, just I'm searching best movie in 2015. In 2015 I am searching best movie. So what Google show me? Best movie, not only best movie. I mean, these are the best movie. For example, 3 Idiots was the part of that era or that time. So it was a tremendous movie. After that, in this 6 years, there are many other movies. कुछ नए मूवीज आ गए, बराबर है. तो गूगल क्या करेगा, फिर भी उसी को दिखाएगा? नहीं, कुछ तो नए डालेगा. तो हर टाइम पे नई चीज़ पसंद है ना. ओके सो दिस इज व्हाट द कोर अपडेट्स इज ऑल अबाउट. मतलब आप पुराने हो मतलब खराब नहीं हो, बट कोई नया है जो तुमसे ज़्यादा अच्छा है, इस वजह से गूगल ने उसको थोड़ा वैल्यूएबल असाइन किया है. यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस लैंग्वेज, यू नो? या So the list will change. ये Google के ही examples है. Film previously higher on list that moved down are not bad. They're simply more deserving films are coming before them. You understand? Okay. So the person who is deserving more was coming on top. Okay. So the purana wala is not bad. Just they have to reassess of themselves, them content. means उसका content को reassess करो और थोड़ा better बनाओ. Okay. So focus on content. Okay, basically here Google core updates को बताना एक ही चीज़ है, focus on content. They are listed numbers of questions are there, content and quality questions. एक पहला parameters उसने दिया है. So content and quality questions में few questions you ask yourself. Does the content provide original information, reporting, research or analysis? You ask yourself or your content writer, does the content provide original information? Because information should be original. Okay, means whatever the information, research and analysis. For examples, a blog title, I give you the examples of this blog title, why I'm using this title or something, but always like you have to, the first parameter is important to original information. The information should be original. Okay, but when like we are writing for any particular like accounts or something like that, so that time we do have a detailed research. We have to gather informations, gather reports, research, analysis, and then start the writing. Okay, this is a basic fundamentals to write any content. Okay, now next question is, does the content provide a substantial complete and comparative descriptions of the topic? So the topic, for example, here I have given you examples. थोड़ा सा आगे पीछे कर दिया मैंने. For examples, a blog title 5 ways to become a more productive in life. थोड़ा लंबा बना दिया उसको, कुछ अलग ही तरीके से बना दिया. मतलब ये गलत नहीं है, but unwanted इसको काफ़ी बड़ा कर दिया मैंने. इसकी जगह पे आप इस टाइटल को और बेटर वे पे लिख सकते हो, योर गाइड टू बिकम प्रोडक्टिव इन लाइफ. समझ में आ गया? मतलब like whenever like you write something, blogs or articles, when the readability will increase when the title itself a descriptive, means उसी टाइटल में हमें पूरी इन्फॉर्मेशन समझ में आ जाती है. उसका मतलब ये नहीं कि वो टाइटल बहुत बड़ा होना चाहिए. ओके, does the content provide insight, analysis, interesting information that beyond obvious? But obvious like we have to work on the interesting information. Means whenever like we read it, हमको ऐसा लगना चाहिए कि ये शेयर करने जैसा है, ये बुक मार्क करने जैसा है, ये फिर अगेन एंड अगेन पढ़ने जैसा है. समटाइम वी वॉच अ गुड मूवी. ओके, I like few movie which are they flop in the like you know in cinemas, okay, in that era. जिसमें से एक मूवी शाहरुख खान की थी, बादशाह मूवी, जो मैं हर टाइम पे टीवी पे आती है तो मैं हमेशा देखता हूँ, क्योंकि उसमें ऐसी कॉमिक टाइमिंग है जो मुझे अच्छी लगती है, ओके, उसके कंटेंट मुझे पसंद है. इट इज़ नॉट मैंडेटरी टू लाइक एवरीवन लाइक दोज कंटेंट, बट यस, if you write those content it should be like readability उसकी इतनी beautiful होनी चाहिए कि like the persons can bookmark or reshare, okay, you understand this. And the content or the other sources does the avoid simply copywriting, आपको पता है that is the important factors, like usually content writers like they copy ideas from others and they just like places in the same words मतलब हर वर्ड को सिर्फ वो कॉपी में नहीं होना चाहिए, वो ये करता है. ऐसे कई सारे टूल्स हैं जो कंटेंट को स्पिन कर देता है और वो आपको दे देता है, बराबर. ऐसे टूल्स भी काफ़ी सारे मार्केट में अवेलेबल है, बट दोज आर नॉट अ गुड एथिक्स, ओके. सो वेन एवर लाइक you do your content writing part, so always like you prefer to like a very good quality content and try to get original. उसका मतलब क्या, किसी ने इन्फॉर्मेशंस दिया है तो क्या इन्फॉर्मेशंस को मैं कॉपी नहीं कर सकता? कॉपी मत करो, बट इंस्पिरेशन ज़रूर लो. जैसे कि एक एग्जांपल्स ऑफ बॉलीवुड मूवी का हम ले सकते हैं. आई होप यू एवरीवन वॉच सरकार मूवी, ओके. अमिताभ बच्चन जो उसमें एक्टिंग कर रहा था, आपको पता है वो इंस्पिरेशंस द गॉडफादर से ली गई है उसकी मूवी की, ओके. फिर भी हिट हुई थी यहाँ पे इंडिया में, वो चली थी मूवी, ओके. सो इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि लाइक यू कैन नॉट get inspired from other content and you cannot write. You get inspirations from other content and you start your own writing, okay, but in your way, in your ideas, कुछ उसमें ऐसी चीज़ें ट्विक करो जो पहले कंटेंट में नहीं थी, नई चीज़ों को ऐड ऑफ करो, okay, but not do every time, okay. You create your original thought, okay, that's important. Other examples, ऋतिक की भी कुछ मूवी थी. Does the headline or page title provide a descriptive helpful summary of the content, okay. The examples of 10 exceptional way to lose weight or 10 ways to become a more confident. Both titles are short, catchy yet descriptive and lets the reader know what content contained, okay. मतलब वो क्या अंदर होने वाला है, समझ में आ ही जाएगा, okay. So that is the important, okay. There are many other questions you have to ask. Does the headline or page title, like is there short page wants to bookmark, share, which I already told you, like कि आप अपने friend के साथ share करोगे, recommend करोगे, नहीं करोगे, okay. Would you expect to see the content is referred by the print magazines, encyclopedia और book में, मतलब कई बार like the content writer itself create a content, it's way like the printed magazines ने वो content को लिया है, मतलब आपके content को उठाया है, या encyclopedia ने या book ने. So this sort of content you have to thought, मतलब like the definitely when it comes to like webmaster point of view, every time like you have to create a content in a way which takes a lots of time. That's true, right? Means if you are writing a 10 blogs or 20 blogs, so like the thing is like you have to give a more and more time for the better titles, trending titles. Then like the title should not like very lengthy or something like that. It should be very descriptive titles. The title itself, it's like that कि पूरी इन्फॉर्मेशन मिल जाए कि ये ब्लॉग किसके बारे में होना चाहिए. जो टाइटल दिया है वही टाइटल के रिलेटेड ब्लॉग होना चाहिए. You cannot add advertisement things on the like on your content, in your content. Mostly people are what they are doing कि content में 50% discount, 30% discount उससे start कर देते हैं टाइटल को दिखाना, तो वो भी एक गलत तरीका है, okay. Give a maximum information, not the advertisement point of view you create your content, okay. Advertisement को side पे रखो, create information point of view से ही content को create करो. Expertise के कुछ questions है. Thus the content present information in the way that makes you want trust it, such as clear sourcing evidence of the expertise involved, okay. Sometimes like we see some datas and something like that, तो हम लोग वो सोर्स को भी वैल्यू दे सकते हैं, ओके, कि दिस I found information from the XYZ websites, okay, because every time when we see the statistic, we cannot create our own statistic. We definitely get the statistic from the other website, and those statistics we have to give the value to that particular website as well, okay, ki this statistic we have got from this means in the nature when you write the content itself, like the we can say organic, natural, okay. If you research the site producing the content, would you come away the impressions that well trusted, widely recognized and authority of this its topic? So these sort of things, like when we talk about the content, it should be a trusted, means when we write a content, so it should not like kind of fake kind of content, okay, it should be original, okay. Original means trusted, people should trust your content, that's important, okay. So there are many informations which is available with the core updates, okay. Would you feel comfortable trusting this content for issuing related to your money or your life, okay, that's important, okay. Means you have to ask these questions to yourself, okay, while creating content. Definitely when it comes to presentations and productions questions, so spelling and stylistic issues, there is no spelling errors, okay. The content should, means these are the parameters which I guess all webmasters are taken care from the day one itself, okay. So you just have to taken care, ads and many other stuffs are there, so you just have to taken care all these stuff, okay, and create your own original content, okay. So now the sometime when every updates for the last updates about the mobile page speed, Google give you the timeline, you have to complete these things on particular time zone, okay. But this sort of updates, there is no timeline, okay. Means Google will not tell you to change your content, okay. You don't want to change anything. If the content is good, you can stay with it, but its content is you can rearrange again content with the better ideas and better thought, you can start doing it, you can start doing that, okay. So that is important. So that's it about the latest update, and thank you so much guys. I hope you like this sessions, and again I give you the sort of summary what exactly we have done today. We did it a Google Analytic reportings, and the next session was the data studio. So I hope you understand both the topic. If you have any questions, you can write email to us, okay. So email is there in the website, you just check it out and come back to us. Thank you so much guys. किसी को इसको आया किसको क्या पता मैंने ऐसे ही किया ना ओके। अब तो एक क्वेश्चन आया है, हाँ बताओ। तो थोड़ा आराम हो गया उसको, मतलब थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंट आया, सब भी कर रहा है, कोई बोलेगा बोल रहा डिटेल्स में बोल लास्ट टाइम फंस गया था। ऐसा मूवी देख के ना ऐसा लगता है कि दूसरे से पक्का फिर एक हफ्ता हो जाता है कल से पक्का, ऐसे होते होते साला साल निकल जाता है। बट जब ऐसे फ्राइडे वाले सेशन है जिसमें खींच के लेके आते हैं आपको फोटो दिखता है एक तो सोशल मीडिया तो समझ जाते हैं। और कमलेश भी स्मार्ट थे, ही इज ऑलवेज आस्किंग कि मंडे ट्यूसडे को जाना चाहिए सर फोटो, ट्यूसडे फोटो डाल देते हैं वो। और मेरे को भी 2 हफ्ता तो मेरे रिलैक्स था, मेरे को इतना अच्छा हो रहा है सर।